What's up everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how you virtually wholesale real estate in 2022 going into 2023. In this current market, how do you virtually wholesale real estate? In this video, I'm going to be covering exactly how to get your very first wholesale deal virtually in 30 days or less. So make sure you stick around to the very end of the video so that way you can know exactly how to get this deal, because this deal could make you $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000. Who knows? It could be a massive deal in 30 days. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video to learn how. Also, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you go down below, hit the red button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me reach more people and impact more lives. So I'd really appreciate it if you go subscribe. Other than that, let's get right into the video. So that's right, today we're going to be talking about how to virtually wholesale real estate and how to get your first wholesale deal in under 30 days and make thousands of dollars. So let's jump right into it. Step one is you're going to need to do marketing to homeowners. You're going to need to do direct to seller marketing to motivated sellers. So how are you going to do this, and what are the different marketing channels? There's a bunch of different marketing channels out there. To list some, we have direct mail, bandit signs, cold calling, pay-per-click marketing, SEO, door knocking. There is tons of marketing channels out there. Now, what happens sometimes when people get started wholesaling real estate is they have shiny object syndrome. They try a little bit of this marketing channel, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and they have no success. One of the main tips in business in order to have success as an entrepreneur is to have focus. If you can focus in on one thing and go with it, you will find success in it. But if you're trying everything, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, unfortunately, you will fail. So let's cover my favorite marketing channel that I think you should do in order to get your first deal. This is cold calling marketing. Now, when I first started out, I tried a bunch of different marketing channels and none of them really worked and they just wasted my time. But once I got started with cold calling, I started to gain traction and have success. So what do you need in order to cold call? First, you're going to need data. You need phone numbers of homeowners to call. And you need filtered data that is motivated. So my suggestion is to call high equity data. This can either be people that have lived in their property for over 15 years because they're likely to have equity. Equity meaning their property is worth more than what they owe, so they can sell it for a profit. That makes them motivated to sell. So you can call people that have lived in their property for 15 or 20 years or more. Or you can sort for an equity percentage. And I would recommend that you call 40 or 50% equity and more. So where do you get these lists? There's a few different places, and there's links in the description for all this. You can get data at PropStream, and there's a link in the description for a 7-day free trial for PropStream. You can get data at Cole Realty Resource, which is unlimited data, and it comes with phone numbers so you don't have to skip trace. There's a link in the description for this as well. Or you can get data from Batch, and Batch is very good as well. There's a link in the description for you to get a list of 1,000 homeowners for free. So go down below and click that Batch link and get 1,000 homeowners list of phone numbers for completely free. Make sure you go get that. So those are my 3 favorite data providers where you can get this motivated seller list. So now that you have the data, now you're one step closer to being able to cold call. The next thing you're going to need is a dialer. You're not going to want to hand dial these homeowners one by one and have them not answer and you waste your time typing in number after number. You're going to want to use what's called a dialer. A dialer dials multiple phone numbers at once. So it could call 10 people at once and feed you the people that answer, because not all 10 are going to answer. 1 or 2 might answer, and it'll feed you those people that answer, so that way you can talk to people constantly rather than calling and waiting and then nobody picking up the phone and wasting so much time. You need to be able to reach a lot of people, so you need to use a multi-line dialer. My favorite dialer is linked in the description and you'll get a discount on it, so go check that out. So now that you have data and a dialer, you're pretty much ready to cold call, but now you need to know what to say on the phone. You're going to need a cold calling script, so that way you can practice and learn and read off of it, so that way you're saying the right things on the phone when talking to these homeowners. So go to jacobblank.com/free. There's a link in the description for this as well, and download my cold calling script for completely free. When you download that script, you're also going to get a purchase contract and an assignment contract, which are the 2 contracts you need as well to wholesale real estate. So now that you have the script, the dialer, and the data, you'll upload that data to the dialer and you'll get on there with a headset on and you will start calling these homeowners. You're going to read off that script and you're going to try to find these motivated sellers. Next, you're going to need a way to keep track of the leads you get. A lead is somebody that says, yeah, they're interested in selling their property and yeah, they want a cash offer from you. So you can keep track of these leads on an Excel sheet or on paper, but I highly recommend that you keep track of these leads in Podio. You can go to podio.com and get a free Podio. It's a CRM, a client relationship management system, which it keeps all your leads of the people you're working with organized. So go get a CRM at Podio. Now that you're cold calling and you're reaching people and you're finding some people that want to sell their property and want an offer from you, go ahead and input them into that Podio system and then work on getting them an offer. Now you're probably wondering, how am I going to calculate my offer and figure out what to offer them? That's the next step. So you're going to need PropStream in order to do this. And again, there's a 7-day free trial link in the description. But PropStream, you can also search up properties in there and it will literally pull up all the comparable sales in the area, telling you what the property is worth. So that way you can figure out what it's worth and then from there calculate your offer. And at jacobblank.com/shop, I offer an offer calculator that I've built that does all the calculations for you. All you have to do is find out what the property is worth, plug that in, and it will run all the calculations for you and spit out your cash offer that is profitable to make the seller. Because it's a very complicated formula to get an accurate offer, so that's why it's important to use this calculator that's available at jacobblank.com/shop. But if you can't get that calculator, here's the formula. You take the ARV, the after repair value, what the property is worth, full market value remodeled. You take that and you minus out the repair cost, you minus out 7% in closing costs and commissions that the flipper's gonna have to pay, you minus out the investor's profit percentage, around 10% that the investor's gonna wanna make that buys the deal, and you minus out your assignment fee, and that equals your MAO, your maximum allowed offer. So that's the formula, and use PropStream to find the value of what the property is worth. You can also use Zillow, the Zillow's estimate, to find the value of the property, but that's not super accurate. So I recommend that you get PropStream and my calculator so that way you can run these calculations and make accurate offers to the seller. So now that you're cold calling and now that you know how to make them offers, you can just keep calling and find people that are interested in selling and make them offers. You know, you're going to get a lot of no's and you're going to get a lot of people saying, that price doesn't work for me, no, I'm not interested, no, 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 no. And that's part of the game. You got to push past those no's and find a yes. And you got to remember that if you count your no's, every single no pushes you that much closer to receiving your first yes. And all you need is one yes in order to get a deal that could make you tens of thousands of dollars. So keep doing that cold calling and keep giving offers. The more calls you make, the more offers you make, the more deals you'll get. So do that over and over again till you get somebody to say yes. Then you're going to go ahead and fill out my purchase contract that you downloaded at jacobblank.com/free, and you're going to send that over to the seller via DocuSign or any type of e-signature platform and get them to sign the contract. If you have any confusion on how to fill out this purchase contract, go ahead and check out other videos on my channel. I have a video on my channel that shows you exactly how to fill out the contract. So now that you sent the contract over to them via e-signature, so virtually sending them the contract through computer, now if they sign it, great, you just got your first deal locked up, congratulations. Now you have the deal locked up, the next step that you're gonna need to do is market the property to cash buyers. So first, you're gonna need to get pictures of the property. Now what you can do is you can either have the seller send you pictures of the property and just tell them, take a picture of every room, the hot water heater, the AC unit, the roof if you can, the front of the house, the backyard. Make sure they take pictures of everything and send them to you. If the seller is unable to take pictures for you, then you can send somebody out there from Craigslist or from social media that you find to go out there and take pictures of the property for you, or you could pay a realtor to go out, take pictures. You could use the app called We Go Look to get somebody to take pictures of the property. You need to get pictures. So normally we just have the seller send them, but sometimes the seller's not able to, and then we use one of those other strategies. But now that you have pictures, you can prepare your marketing listing to be able to sell this property. So what you're gonna wanna do is now you're gonna wanna lay out all the information about the property on a template. So you're gonna lay out the square footage, how many beds and baths, how old the AC is, how old the roof is, how much you're asking for the property, what the ARV is, the address. Put that all on a document, and then have a Google Drive link folder with your pictures in it on there as well. And now you can start sending this deal out. You can put this deal in all the real estate Facebook groups in the area, so that way all the cash buyers in these real estate Facebook groups can submit offers on your deal. And then my favorite way to sell your deals is to work with a company like me. Me and my team will personally help you sell your deals for maximum profit. We've already built up the big cash buyers list. We're connected with all the buyers, so all you have to do is submit your deal at jacobblank.com/dispo, and me and my team will help you sell your deal. So now once you find this buyer, you're gonna use the assignment contract to sell it to them. So you're just gonna fill out this assignment contract, have the buyer sign the assignment contract, and boom, there you go. Now you have the deal sold. If you have any trouble filling out this assignment contract, I have other videos on my channel that show you how. So now that you have the contracts, you're gonna wanna send everything over to title. To a title company. A title company is a third party that's going to conduct the transaction and do all the documents and record the transaction with the county. So send everything over to the title company, the seller's contact info, the contract, the buyer's contact info, the assignment contract, send them everything, and they're going to conduct this transaction and close it. And just so you know, right when you get that purchase contract signed, send that to title right away, so that way they can start working on the escrow while you look for that buyer. So now everything's at title, everything's lined up. Now all you have to do is wait for the close of escrow. The deal will close and boom, you just got paid on your very first wholesale deal. Congratulations. Now the next thing you need to do is take every single penny that you just made and reinvest it in the business, back into the business. And I recommend that you reinvest it into the same marketing channel. Don't go try something else. Do the thing that worked and do more of it. You have that proof of concept now that whatever marketing channel you used worked, so reinvest more money into that and don't go off into a different direction. Focus in and you will have more success. Now, let's just cover real quick as we wrap this video up, what are the differences between regular wholesaling and virtual wholesaling? There really isn't much difference other than the fact that it's a different area than where you live, so you can't really go to appointments, you can't go meet the seller face to face, so you pretty much have to do everything over the computer. But it saves you time, because when I was first getting in this business and I didn't do it virtually, I would drive out to properties and they would just not sign the contract, and I would waste an hour driving there, an hour talking to them, and an hour back, and it would kill my whole day. So it's better to stay at my desk and chase after these deals at my desk rather than driving around all of town, because I'm going to waste time. So that being said, I virtually wholesale even in my own market. In my own backyard, I barely go out to properties. Now, you do need a couple tools in order to be able to virtually wholesale. You're going to need boots on the ground in a different state, such as a realtor or a different team member or somebody that you find on Facebook to go take these pictures of the property, unless the seller can do it for you. So you need kind of boots on the ground for pictures if the seller can't take pictures. And then you also just need DocuSign. You need that way to send those contracts through the computer for signature, because obviously you won't be signing them in person. But other than that, virtual wholesaling and regular wholesaling, they're not very different. So don't get scared that virtual wholesaling is way more complicated and is harder, because that is just not the case. I recommend that you start off virtually rather than in person. It'll make it easier, I promise you that. To wrap up this video, I want to give you one more free resource. If you're struggling to find an investor-friendly title company that works with wholesalers, that you need one to conduct your transaction, go to jacobblank.com/title and you can download an investor-friendly title company list for completely free, and it's in pretty much every market across the country. I hope that last free resource is helpful, but other than that, I hope this whole video was helpful to point you in the right direction of how to get this first deal, so that way you can make thousands of dollars in under 30 days. If it was helpful, make sure to hit the like button. Also go down below, hit the red button, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me reach more people and impact more lives, so I'd really appreciate it if you go subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.